and their one-size-fits-all strategy. Good people can disagree. It depends which side of the ledger you're on, telecom side or on the side of some of these cities and regions, but we're still fighting. So I guess my long-winded introduction to the obvious point, I'm preaching to experts here and people that aren't converted in terms of which side I'm on necessarily, and I understand that, but that we got to get our act together. I don't want to dream of regretting. We're moving forward. We got a plan to do this thing by 2012. We're going to do everything in our power to make it real, to rationalize the lack of continuity. But the fact that we have to do it on our own, and the fact that we have to step into that void of leadership is immeasurably frustrating. The fact that guys like me come and go make it even more challenging. Mayor Brown, Mayor Gonzalez initiated a lot of these things in Oakland and San Jose before Mayor Dellums got in, and Mayor Reed. And Mayor Brown in my city did the same. We come and we go. And we put together our own strategies, and it's got to be in our own image. We don't want to take necessarily someone else's strategy and their particular image, and it creates the systems that we have today and that bottlenecking that we are experiencing today, and that's simply got to end. We have also led something that is remarkable in its consequences as well, and that's also the first regional emergency operation plan of its type in the nation. We had an oil spill here, I don't know how many months ago. No one knew what the heck they were doing. State OES that is responsible, and I love our director, and I appreciate that he's here, and he's doing good work, and he's done a lot in the last months and years. State OES doesn't run oil protocols. It runs protocols for almost everything else, but when something spilled out on the bay, now you got the Coast Guard that takes over, and you got all these old antiquated plans that come from the ExxonMobil Valdez spill. I mean, we haven't even gotten the basic principles of emergency management together, let alone able to deal with subsets of interoperability. So this region also is leading the charge for the first regional emergency operation plan just to deal with mutual aid and the like. And by the way, we had to take $2.2 million of Homeland Security money that could have been set aside for equipment and for other needs in order to initiate that plan a couple of years ago. It's now done. It's in its sort of incarnated draft form number 20 or something. And it's a living, breathing document that we're very proud of, but big deal. We haven't exercised it. It's a nice document. We haven't necessarily made it real and intuitive yet because we spent in the last few years just putting it together. Again, no one forced us to do that. No one told us to do that. That leadership hasn't existed at the federal level. So we got to get our act together. And I guess you can sugarcoat it, and you're supposed to talk. I know my talking points were to say how proud we are we've made so much progress and how we're on the right path, and we'll get there by 2012. I'm never good at the talking points. We got to get our act together. We will have a major earthquake in this region within the next few years, certainly within my lifetime. There's no question about it. There's not a seismologist, a geologist, anyone around that doesn't believe that's going to happen. And we're here today still debating how we can even talk to one another based on geography, based on someone who's on the other side of the bay or just down the road. That's not very impressive. And we're supposed to instill a great sense of confidence and trust to the good people of our region that we represent, that we have our act together. Time to deliver on these promises. So I'm asking you, I guess long-windedly, and I'll close, to help us move away from all of the high rhetoric, good intentions, to help us reconcile things in Congress, allow us on a regional basis to move forward as we intend to move forward and are moving forward, help us unclog the incredible obstruction that we are experiencing with good people, again, many of you I'm sure are here today, that have a different point of view on the privatization of that 700 megahertz or the one-size-fits-all strategy, or however you want to determine or deem it, and allow us to have a system that we can control with protocols that we can establish that work for our regions so that we can scale it and make it part of the backbone that the state would like to see, a system of systems that connects to the whole, that could be a model for the rest of the country. We're committed, we're ready, we are engaged, and I'm very honored that we have the leadership in place, like Mayor Dellums and other mayors around the region that want to get the job done. So that's my observation, my reflection, my admonition. To the extent that I am subjective, I am, but one that I believe is the right course, and it's a course that we have set, and a course that has brought this region together. Again, 100 cities, good luck getting 100 cities to agree on anything, and 7+ million people, and it's one that we hope will become a model for others for many, many years to come. Again, Mayor Dellums, thank you for your leadership, thank you for your partnership, thank you for your stewardship, and thank you for convening this conference here this week, and thank all of you for the good work that you're doing and your advocacy and your passion that you're sharing here today and have shared in the last few days. Thank you all very, very much.